So right now, I'm using a cheap $6 webcam that I got at a thrift store, and as expected, it doesn't look good. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can turn something like this into this. Now, the things you need to do to turn your webcam footage into not looking like crap are actually pretty simple. You effectively only need two lights. Something to illuminate your face, called a key light, and something to illuminate the back of your head, called a rim light. There's also one thing you need to keep in mind when you're looking for lights for this. Brighter is better. The brighter the light, the more you can turn down your exposure, and the better looking the image will be. First things first though, is you want to turn off the lights. Now you can't see anything, except barely me. Next is you're going to want to find something bright to illuminate your face. Right now I have a 60-watt light pointed directly at my face at about a 45-degree angle. This is important because it can kind of create this triangle here, and a lot of film people like that because it's considered Rembrandt lighting. The next light you're going to want to turn on is something to illuminate the back of you. The reason for a backlight is it illuminates your hair, so it gives it this nice kind of halo effect, and it also outlines your shirt, so it helps you to pop out from the background. So next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fire up OBS and pull in your webcam. Go to the properties panel. Next, what you're going to want to do is go to this configure video button. Click it and this little sub menu should pop up. Now, first things first, you're going to want to go into camera controls, unclick auto brightness, click off low light compensation if it's clicked on, and you're going to want to change your exposure until there's no clipping on your face. Clipping is when it goes pure white. As you can see here, my entire face is just pure white. So you're going to want to turn that down until there's no clipping. Next, you want to go to this video proc amp setting. I just like to turn up my white balance. I like my images kind of warm. Next, you're going to turn the sharpness down to off or 2. Next, you can change some things with the brightness and contrast. It's looking pretty good right now, but sometimes I just like to increase the brightness a little bit or change the contrast a little bit. I'm liking how that's looking. You can also increase the saturation slightly. After that, click apply, okay, click OK, and essentially, that's it. Another thing you can do if you so choose, and if it allows you, is change this hue slider. That'll change how green or red your image looks. But right now, my webcam doesn't allow me to change the color, even if I click color enable. So we're just gonna leave it as is. But essentially, after you click OK, that's it. You now have a good looking webcam image. Now I know most of you won't have a 60-watt video production light on you, so I'm going to tell you a couple other ways that you can do this. First, you're going to want to go and grab some floor lamps or some table lamps, depending on what you have lying around. Now, since these floor lamps are not very bright, you're going to want to put them closer to your face. Light follows the inverse square law, which means that the light exponentially falls off the further away from you it is. So for example, the light is about a foot away from me, but if I put another foot of space between me and the light does not fall off by half, it falls off 4 times more. So this means that with a smaller light, you're going to need to have it closer to you than you would a bigger light. So I'm going to try and position the light somewhere right here. I'd say that this still looks pretty good, and this is just using a cheap floor lamp. But things can get slightly better if we use another cheap floor lamp. Now I have a second cheap floor lamp pointed right at my face. You can see the light peeking in through right there. But now we're a little overexposed, so we're going to need to go into our video again and configure it. And now, here's what we get with 2 floor lamps. So in a nutshell, you're going to want to place bright lights close to your face, have a backlight, which can be as simple as a cheap night light, and then you're going to want to turn down your exposure and up your white balance in OBS. And that's it. See ya.